Hey guys, it's me. I've been playing ranked, and I've been picking D.Va, and so have other people. And I really, really hate when this character is good. Basically, I'll just get straight to the point. This character is so fucking lame when they're good. It genuinely, I can't stand it. I can't take it any longer. All the GM slash master homies out there will know what I'm talking about. It's Gibraltar. I pick D.Va. The enemy picks D.Va. My DPS go Ashe Widow. Their DPS go Ashe Widow. And then my supports are like carry Ana, and theirs just like Bap Ana or something, right? Where basically, the entire gameplay loop, and I shit you not, was actually just me flying over to the Widow, shooting at the Widow, the D.Va would fly back and hold defense matrix over the Widow while she got healed and ran away. And then I would then hold defense matrix while they tried to shoot me. And then the D.Va would fly to my Widow, and then I would fly back to my Widow, and I would hold defense matrix over my Widow while my team healed her. And then we'd shoot the D.Va, and she's invincible, so she never dies. And then I would fly to her Widow, and then I would start shooting her Widow, and then she would fly back and defense matrix it. And that was the entire game for quite literally 5 minutes until I lost. Because they were better at the game. I don't know. They pushed the cart further. I think 4 people died all game. I don't really know how I lost or how I would have won. It was literally just a game of each other holding defense matrix at each other. I don't really understand what I was really meant to do. So I was like, all right, that was lame. Let's do a different map. And then I got an Ambani, and I go, fuck, dude, I want to play Zarya, my favorite tank. I'm picking Zarya. And then they went D.Va, and I was like, fine, that works out just fine. Zarya is good into D.Va. That is complete lies. That's complete lies. Like, sure, I can eat through her defense matrix, but it's not exactly important when she's got, like, 7 million effective HP, with all of her armor and DM and her flight, and the fact that the healing is as goofy as it is. Like, for example, if I'm shooting the D.Va and getting 50% damage resistance, or 10 or minus 10 damage, whatever it is, then the people who heal that character are then healing them fully. Like, for example, if I shoot them with Soldier, I'm doing like 9 or 10 damage, but if the Ana heals them, they do 70 healing. So it's like, you know what I mean? You have to put in 50% more damage to even make up for just the healing that they do. It's the armor change was terrible. Changed my mind. Anyway, that's not relevant. Basically, I despise D.Va. I think Defense Matrix is the most unbelievably retarded ability in the game. On the tank roster, anyway. In 5v5, that means. I mean, in 6v6, it was fine. It wasn't fine. But it was not that egregious because she didn't have a ton of it. But in this game, oh, she has a lot of it. For some reason. I don't know. She already has such a fat health bar. And another issue with D.Va is that if your D.Va doesn't come and peel for you, but the D.Va goes for you, well, you fucking die. You just get eviscerated in a nanosecond. The amount of times I would fly over to like a Widow, and their D.Va wouldn't peel in time, and they would just like get like Thanos snapped out of existence as soon as I went anywhere near them, was hilarious. They die so comically quickly. It's almost like the character isn't real. And it's not just for things like Widow. It applies to like basically every squishy hero in the entire game. Baptiste, even with his MO, he falls over in a nanosecond. Bastion, he just gets completely deleted off the face of the earth because his hitbox is so big you can shoot him from so far away. There's genuinely no defense against D.Va at all. If she wants to kill you and she knows what she's doing, you literally just die. It's not like some of the other tanks where there's like relative like counterplay to it, where you can, for example, if you're playing against Zarya, just don't get close to her. Like, always pay attention to where she is and always kind of rotate around to make sure that you're nowhere near her, and she'll never kill you. But D.Va, well, good fucking luck evading that, because if it wants to kill you, it will. I've never been in a situation where I could actively avoid a D.Va without her genuinely just deciding to kill me and then me falling over and dying. Or, again, for a similar thing on the enemy team, it did not matter how evasive the enemy team tried to be. If I was on D.Va and they didn't have defense matrix repeal, they just die. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. There is no, like, super funky gameplay going on where I'm, like, majorly outplaying anyone. I'm literally just pressing boosters, flying at the enemy while holding left click, and then if they shoot me back, I pop DM and micro missiles, and they literally just die. And there's nothing they can do. The only thing that genuinely saves them is the ammo, because the ammo can't get eaten by the defense matrix. But even then, if you have like a tracer diving with you, then their health bar literally just goes from full to 0. It doesn't like slowly trickle down. It literally just goes 250, and then they take a bit of damage, and then it's 0, and they die. It's like, this shit is so boring. I just want to play a tank that's not D.Va. Now, here's another issue with this argument, is I understand that if D.Va isn't the one that I'm playing, well, then I'm playing a different one. And that could be Rhine, which honestly would be fucking fine in my opinion. But it is what it is. I'm gonna, generally speaking, when it's like a Rhine meta, the only thing that could possibly fuck that up is what DPS and supports are getting played. And if it's like Mei, which I don't really like Mei. That may annoy people. I don't like Mei all that much. I don't mind Mei. She's kind of weak. She's not very good, but I don't know. Just the wall gameplay. It's fun, but it's like that's kind of all she does, you know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Back to D.Va. I think generally speaking, the issues with D.Va are that she does too much damage. She's too easy to use. Her health bar is too big. She has too much armor. Her defense matrix lasts too long. It recharges too quickly. Her cooldowns are too short. They do too much damage. She has too much mobility. And that's, you know, on top of all of the things that she is quite literally unkillable sometimes, because if you kill her, well, then she explodes, and then you need to kill her again. So the already most unkillable tank in the game will casually just respawn in like 3 seconds if you do kill her, which is not annoying at all. There's been so many times where we've finally killed D.Va after so long of trying to deal with this character, for her to press Q and then be back in like 4 seconds, and we're all like, what the actual fuck are you meant to do? Like, the character is quite literally undying. There is no possible way to get rid of her. If she just like, I genuinely wish I was trolling. If she decides to kill you and you don't have defense matrix repeal, you do literally just die. I'm yet to experience, even in like the higher level lobbies, where like the D.Vas are obviously going to be a little more kind of like risk takey, and that they're more willing to do the goofy shit to try and secure the limb. They just don't die. I've seen D.Vas fly in 1v5 against beam characters. I just so casually just fucking ice a support and then fly away completely fine, because like their carry like TP'd across the map with them or something, or they got the Suzu from across the planet, or the Ana's just healing them. But then another issue is when you do pick things like the Ana for the D.Va, if they go D.Va as well, you just have to immediately go Baptiste, because if you don't, you do literally just die. I think Ana is genuinely unplayable against D.Va, because she just eats all your cooldowns and then shoots you in the fucking brain and you just die, and there's nothing you can do about it. I've yet to see a less skill-based tank meta than this. It's quite literally just flying to someone, shooting them, and then holding right-click. 90% of the game, you're just holding right-click over your team. It's so fucking boring. Now, listen. I've been loving what the devs have been saying recently. I've been loving how they were like, we don't like supports that fight back anymore. Good, and like all the other shit they've been talking about, I'm a big fan of it. But guys, how the fuck did you nerf Zarya, who was dog shit, by the way, and not touch D.Va? I don't get it. So, what happened was, at the mid-season patch for Season 11, when they buffed all the tanks, and then later reverted it, they buffed Zarya quite heavily. And what they did was, they made it so her cooldowns were the same length, so they were 10 seconds each bubble, but they had more health and they lasted longer. So it meant that you could get 90 charge from 2 bubbles instead of 80 charge. The bubbles obviously lasted like half a second longer, so you got an extra second out of the bubbles. And she was very strong. And she should have been nerfed, I agree. She was way too strong. But the way they nerfed her was insane. They kept her super strong bubbles, but then just like completely nuked the cooldown rotation by making her cooldowns be 11 seconds instead of 10, which might not seem that bad, But over the course of a team fight, that is really fucking painful. That's real painful. Like, after your 4th bubble cycle, you gotta wait like a straight 4 to 5 extra seconds for your next bubble cycle that you would have otherwise. Which is a really big fucking deal. Which a lot of people don't talk about. So I'd happily take Zarya pre-patch when she had 10-second bubbles and they gave less energy. I'd absolutely take that over what we have now. I don't like the longer cooldown. But anyway, I don't know, I fucking hate D.Va. And to be honest, it does come to my attention that I think no matter what tank is good, I will make a video talking about how I dislike them. Other than Monkey, Rhine, or Zarya. I think I would dislike if any other character was strong. Or Ball, actually. I wouldn't mind Ball. I'm a baller, dude. I'm so fucking ass at Ball, but I like Ball. Shout out to the Ball players. Mwah. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye.